What's your job?
My job is to sanitize, make sure the rooms I really take care of the house. I keep this house clean and sanitized. I look forward coming in every day. The first 30 days, I think I worked 20 straight days. I did. I worked 20 straight days because I wanted to see them get better and better. And it just made my day. As I go into a patient room, I introduce myself. I try to get their attention. I say, "Good morning, sunshine." I do, I really do. The first 30 seconds, walking into that very first room, I was a little nervous. I felt like a messenger to let them know that you got this. You're in good hands, and we're gonna do the best we can to see you through this. It made me feel powerful. I feel like I say, an angel. It keeps me going and going and going and going. I love what I do. And I feel like it was my calling. I also take care of my nurses because their job is to save lives. And my job is to save their lives by sanitizing, keeping things clean and in order for them.
I love who I am, a person that teaches like a university, growing through my own while I help you face adversity, finding out what works for me. As I do, I share with you, changing your perceptions. Now everything works for you. Can I motivate you? Can I show you what I'm learning? Can I share with you my thoughts? As far as life is concerning, we are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. All I want to do is motivate you. Help you stay focused so you can see your way through. Closer to your goals as everything unfolds, and you will find success in the visions that you hold.
Now, I don't normally like getting up in the morning, but oh, Mr. Sun is shining down on me. So you chipped your nail, you stubbed your toe, you lost your phone. Life's a rolling stone on a broken roller coaster. It's all good, move on. Throw your hands up, move on. It's all good, today's your day. Time is filled with swift transition. Put yourself in good position if you want. Things can go your way. Ain't no time to smell the roses. Gotta get to where to go. The road's already been paved. I'm making a move. Study long, ain't nothing gonna happen on its own. I'm making a move. Don't need no haters for this song. I got joy all through my soul. I'm making a move. Get up, get out. With the sun is shining on me. I'm making a move. Got my lucky times and I'm moving along. Yeah, I'm making a move. To the daily. I'm making a move. Move out my way, devil.
What's your job?
My job is to sanitize, make sure the rooms I really take care of the house. And I keep this house clean and sanitized. I look forward coming in every day. The first 30 days, I think I worked 20 straight days. I did. I worked 20 straight days because I wanted to see them get better and better. And it just made my day. As I go into a patient room, I introduce myself. I try to get their attention. I say, good morning, sunshine. I do, I really do. The first 30 seconds, walking into that very first room, I was a little nervous. I felt like a messenger to let them know that you got this. You're in good hands, and we're gonna do the best we can to get this, see you through this. It's made me feel powerful. I feel like I say, an angel. It keeps me going and going and going and going. I love what I do. And I feel like it was my calling. I also take care of my nurses because their job is to save lives, and my job is to save their lives by sanitizing, keeping things clean and in order for them.
I love who I am, a person that teaches like a university, growing through my own while I help you face adversity, finding out what works for me. As I do, I share with you, changing your perceptions. Now everything works for you. Can I motivate you? Can I show you what I'm learning? Can I share with you my thoughts? As far as life is concerning, we are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I could never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I could never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. All I want to do is motivate you. Help you stay focused so you can see your way through. Closer to your goals as everything unfolds, and you will find success in the visions that you hold. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hakeem here. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I do have our guest in my virtual green room, and I think we're in business. We were having a little technical difficulties, and I think we're good now. And if not, we're still going to keep going. And since we ran the commercials a little bit, we're going to dive straight into our chat. Now, Loot, you can hear me, right? Give me sign language because I don't have you yet. Yes. So we're here. Oh my God. I was talking to my nephew today. And we were talking about just 2021, just flying into it. Just flying into it. And 2020 has been a school for many of you. And we're going to talk about that a little bit with Loot. He's an artist. That's some of the music that we were playing. And you know what? I'm going to make this fast. Listen, he's a motivational speaker, inspirational speaker. I think we saw that word more than motivational speaker, but his music is inspirational, his speaking, his lyrics are message based. I love that. And if you know anything about me, you know I'm all about what goes in what you intentionally plant in your mind. And the mind is a tool. You are not your personality. You are not your mind. You are spirit first. Yes. Oh, yeah. I don't want to get into all of that. But Loot is one dichotomy. People call me a dichotomy. I'm gabbing a little bit, Luke, right now, so that they can start sharing, all of that. And I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to do that as well, audience. While I'm thinking about this, as I'm looking into the camera like this, I'm speaking to the audience, probably getting a little direct with you, maybe a little mushy. But when you see me looking down, I'm not being rude. Look at all my interviews or chats or whatever we want to call them. How I position my monitor, I have it right here in front of me, but it's not next to the camera. Camera lens is here with the people, but I'm looking in the monitor at the guest as he's talking and as he's addressing the audience and stuff. So I'm not being rude. I'm actually very, very engaged when I'm doing this, so that we put the rules out there. Your questions and comments are going to be welcome. How does he come up with his lyrics? What song does he know he should record? How do you do this? Continue to do this in a climate where people need this more than ever, but it looks like they're not reaching for it. It's like they're reaching for, the majority anyway, are reaching for a quick answer to problems. But listening to his music and his lyrics, I hear something else. And I wonder, do the audience hear it? And I wonder, is that why hundreds of thousands of people are following his music on YouTube and lootbryonsmith.com and all of that? We're going to talk about that too, but we're going to hit the ground running. All of our front room chats in my front room. I have a little country 2.5 bedroom cottage in the countryside of Georgia. And since we can't travel as much as we normally would be, I would be holding group guided meditations, spiritual teachings, and lectures and things like that. But those are limited. Just when I was thinking anyway, I was coming into 2020 a little bit more force in the public, is when the universe said, no, you're going to go into hiding more than ever. And then the universe started giving us ideas, and one thing led to the other. I started doing lives, Loot, right here in one of the rooms in the front. That's why I called it the front room. It's only it's 19, I think it was built in 1800s. And so it's over 120 years old. And the universe, life, God, intelligence, infinite intelligence, our higher mind, our higher self, inspired me to start doing Facebook Lives. And I started on the floor down there with this little couch. And it started evolving. I started calling people I knew. And then some people thought, oh my God, Hakeem knows that person, knows that person, knows that person. And these people have been in my life for a long time on some level. And it started drawing viewers. And I just was inspired to call someone else and, hey, can you come on? Can you come back? And one thing led to the other, till the universe was creating a show or something like it, and building a platform for people or for whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing, Loot. I don't know what I'm doing. People are asking me to help them do what I'm doing. I said, I don't know how, because I'm still doing what I'm doing, and I don't even know, because I don't think we're doing life. I think we are being done. Okay, I'm going to give us 30 seconds to invite people, share. Oh, I see the number growing. We're live on YouTube, the Hakeem.Guru YouTube. We're live on Twitch. It used to be just a gaming app. Look at my cover. But now people are on there doing lives, and they're watching right now. We're live. We're live on Periscope. We're live on all 4 of my platforms for Facebook, the Facebook group. We're live. Whether you're watching later or live, I believe we're going to discuss some things in this short time, this conversation, that's going to confirm a lot of things for you coming 2021. God has blessings for you more than you think. I started writing a book. God's dream is bigger than yours or ours. God's dream for you is bigger than ours. All right, let's get into it. 30 seconds. Start sharing. Beautiful. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I thought I would hit my pipe before we came on the air, because hey, my logo next to you, I have a pipe in it on the logo.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
believe
I
it
see that.
and
That's
believe it or
that's
not,
that's what I like to call a distinguished gentleman.
and you know what? Believe it or not, I'm gonna bring okay. So I've been following the advice of our viewers that's been saying whenever we do these, like when I'm by myself, it's different, but whenever I bring someone in, it shrinks us. So they want us close because most of them are watching on iPads and phones. So you know what I mean. You do this all the time anyway. You know that. And I'm so excited that you're on here. So I'm bringing myself in close before we get started. And before I let you loose, Loot. Hey, how you like the artwork? You see your name down there?
That's beautiful, man.
I'm just being creative.
Oh yeah, and you are. I think everybody's creative, but yes, we're in this moment right now, this present moment, and yes, I appreciate your creativity.
You
And
want to
you made a banner for me for my Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved, my page already anyway, and it's still the same one that I'm using. So
and I owe you another one. I owe you one for 2020.
Oh, okay. You don't
see?
Yeah. Okay.
But do you see how you just complimented it, but the universe gave it right back to you, another one?
Yes, sir. And that's not a surprise to me either. It used to be, but not anymore.
What do you mean by that? Because we hit the ground running here.
Yes.
What
What
do
I
you mean?
mean is that all these, when I get these, what I used to call a lot of coincidences and serendipities, they used to shock me like, man, but no, I embrace it like it's the normal now. Like when I'm thinking along a certain lines and as I'm heading in a certain direction, I attract people and situations and circumstances that are congruent with that. So it doesn't surprise me any longer. It's amazing, and I appreciate it, and I express much gratitude for you and your creativity and just everything that lets me know that no matter which way I go, everything is working for my higher good, and it's just amazing, and it's just the normal. It's the universe, it's God, and I know this.
And I am amazed. I think you know what? I don't know. It's funny, I talk to my nephews and nieces like, I don't talk to many people. So when I do talk, or chat or something, it's with them. And I was just talking to one of my nephews today, how he can change oil. Okay. So he was going to change the oil in my car. I haven't, foreign. And I said to myself, which I told him, I said, there's nothing about that interests me to do it up until now. Meaning, this is so good because it's exactly because you're going to feel this. What you think you don't want to do is simply because where your level of consciousness is right now. Meaning, a 10-minute oil change drive-through is perfect for a busy person. But if life have slowed you down and your days are just you, and it seems like life has positioned you perhaps to be alone for the first time ever, many people right now, because jobs like I used to have, this is pre-COVID, but jobs, I flew all over the world, always busy, always with the crowd, always speaking somewhere, always teaching, always something. And when I left all of that, gosh, I could feel that again right now. When I left all of that, and this is happening to someone right now, Luke, because creativity comes from somewhere, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Most things we create, we wouldn't have if we weren't something didn't press us in that direction. Ooh. So when I left all of that, now I am home to pursue what the heart was after. Perhaps to finish the book, to finish some writings and stuff like that. That was the intellectual, knowing, conceptual, narrative mind, making a story out of it. Say, okay, yeah, so I'm going to go do it. We don't know what we're going to do. We don't know. We don't even know when we're going to sneeze next. We don't know that. But here's the storyteller right here. Oh, and then, yeah. So that's what I was doing too. Because ego can switch out and be spiritual too. You know that. So this ego that I didn't think I was only thinking it was doing something, but life was doing something else. Long story short, now I was alone with this presence that's always been there. When we reach out to create something, we think we are creating objects. We are about to become that. Can I please? This is my show, but people hear me all the time on here. You're my guest. And I always tell my guests that get me, like juicy thinking and feeling, please take over because you're the guest. But do you feel what I'm saying?
I'm enjoying what you're saying, and I totally resonate with it. And I'm not just saying that because we're on this platform, but I do understand. And in regards to what you said about 2020, instead of looking at it as an unfortunate chain of events, and I've learned to look at the adversities that I face, or the things in my life that I perceive as unwanted things, is always something that's put in place to teach me something, to direct me in a direction that's going to ultimately benefit me in some way. So this year 2020 and the C word, which I don't want to give it any energy, it's no different. So it has made me appreciate things more and focus more on my creativity and focus more on things that I was normally putting off. Now I have the time to do it, and work on just myself more. And when you're more isolated, that's the time that you can work on yourself more and your creativity and finding your passion. And so this is actually a blessing to me. And I'm not trying to be insensitive to anyone that has lost their lives to these chain of events. That's unfortunate, and my heart and thoughts and prayers and everything go out to those people. But at the same time, I'm still here. You're still here. So we have to figure out a way to change whatever we go through into something beneficial, for ourselves. And like you said, Hakim, we are spiritual beings. And a lot of times we attach ourselves to circumstances and emotions and think that's our identity. But what a lot of the things that we attach our identity to is things that are just influenced and taught by other people. It's like our identity, we have God inside of us. We're part of the universe expressing itself. So there's nothing wrong with us. So all this other stuff that we take on, it's just things that our human perception has taken on. When we learn to shed all that, we have absolutely everything that we need. And a lot of the depression and anxiety that we face, and I hope I'm not jumping around too much, but a lot of the depression and the anxiety and anxiousness that we face is based on things not necessarily needs in our lives, but wants, that are programmed into our minds by television and radio and what we see other people having. But when we just, I was just reading a book entitled I'm not sure exactly what it is. It slips my mind, but it's by an author by the name of Genevieve B. Herrand. Behrend. I should have brought that book here so I can show you guys. But it showed that as long as we keep our focuses on, things that we need, it's usually provided for us. Now, I understand that there's
Wait,
poverty and things
wait,
like that around the world. Go ahead.
wait. Ooh. Usually when we pursue the things, what you say after that? That are meant for us or something like that. I think you said
Yes.
they're
Just
provided,
yeah. Go ahead.
that they are provided for.
Yes.
It's like what the soul or the heart is meant to be doing right now will be done, because it will be provided for, because it self-sustains itself. The dream, the vision, the creativity, the inspired action, or the phone call, being in the right place, right time, everything, we need to let go.
That's what it is. Surrender. Because oftentimes we're blocking our own uh, things that are being drawn to us based on outside circumstances that we see. And a lot of times, even if it's been difficult for me, for what I see happening right now, often dictates how I feel. And what you got to do, what you have to know is, like you said, we're spiritual beings and we're uh, limitless, and we're created to be creators. So when we realize that, and we can really, that's why oftentimes people take a lifetime to just working on this. I'm working on that now too, to shed all these things and realize the power that I have, the power that I was born with as a spiritual being. And it's work, and you have to platforms like this is here to help us, to encourage us and inspire us to move in that direction. That's why they always say, like reaching towards your higher self, because that's why throughout history, when you read about sages, I won't name any particular names, but, oh well, I can say a couple of names, like the Buddha or Jesus.
Mhm.
They have pretty much reached their higher self, and that's why it seems like it's miracles they're performing, and we're all capable of doing the same thing. That's what we need to realize. So when we can shed all this smoke and mirrors and all this programming that's dealt with us and all these outside circumstances, and realize, our true power and our true gifts, then it will make life flow a lot more easier. And like you said, the letting go and the surrender and just going with the flow and realizing that no matter what happens, that it's all for your highest good, and it's all gonna work out the way it's supposed to work out. And it yes, I'm learning that. I'm learning to do that.
You know what?
My path.
And
Go
see,
ahead.
that's so powerful, because it reminds me of a book of a friend of mine, Mike Williams. He's written this book, Drop Dead. That's a great title of a book. Just to, no matter what, drop dead. Well, it just makes you like, look. But he's speaking of the carnal nature, because he's coming from a Pentecostal background and perspective. But it's for any mind to understand. But it reminds me of that book, Drop Dead, meaning that which is kicking and screaming right now is what needs to die.
I understand what you're saying. It's almost like when they say that a person is drowning in water and they're really struggling, that's not the time to go save them. Contrary to what we might believe, that's not the time. You have to wait till they kind of let up and they're almost drowning, and then you go and get them and then take them out of that water or out of that circumstances. Because when they're struggling and kicking and screaming, they'll take you down, and you both will drown.
Letting go.
Absolutely. And like I've said before to other people, I saw this segment with Oprah Winfrey when she said that her life seemed like that it was nothing but turmoil and struggles. You know, her going through rape and molestation, and it just seems like it was just total, just a chain of unfortunate events until she got to a point in her life. And I'm not telling all the story in detail, but I'm just coming to this point till she got to the point in her life where she let go and she started to sing to herself at one point, and I'm not sure when, a song that went something like, you know, I surrender all, I surrender all. And she started saying that all the time. That was part of her consciousness of no matter what. And she said that things just started to take a turn, you know, in her life and just open up when she just surrendered and just embraced no matter what was going on. Now, I know I'm not trying to say embrace rape and molestation, but that had to happen to her for her to become, unfortunately, and a lot of people won't understand this. And at one point, I wouldn't understand it either. But all that had to happen to her, those things had to happen for her to become the person she is today. And, you know, not saying that she's going to sit there and say, oh, I'm glad and I'm happy I was molested. I'm happy I was raped. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. But she had to go through these things that really had some type of deep impact in her soul for her to have the passion that she has to propel her to where she is as far as physically what we see today. Because spiritually, we're all on the same level. We're all on the same level. So we all have the wherewithal to be wherever we want to be, whether it's a successful talk show host or an entrepreneur or just a person of nature that studies nature or wherever we are. But we have to shed these preconceived notions and these programmed outside chatter that leads us to believe otherwise. That kind of dumbs us down, if you will. So, and that's constant work. That's what we're working on, and that's why we have platforms like these, like this, and people like you, Hakim.
And your music, your message. What's music without the message? There's a message, there's a rhythm, and there's energy that is driving people to their true source. You know, people call me a master, a spiritual teacher, and literally some say guru. I don't think I'm any of those. I think I'm a pointer. That's all I do is point people to their source. It's not the mind. That's why I have this up here. I am, I exist. You know, it's funny because I am, I exist came from a poem. I got up maybe 3:30ish, 3:33. I kind of remember saying to myself, oh, 3:33. I didn't want to get up. But in 2018, I think, or early 19, I wrote this poem, I am, I exist. and it's online right now. It's on. I configured meditations around it and everything since then. But it was only a poem I wrote on the laptop first. And when I wrote it, when you read that or listen to it, it's literally I made a poetic mantra out of it. So I took a poem and put it with a meditation and called it and actually coined the term poetic mantra. And you are a sponsor on one of them. You're on there. When I say this guided meditation is sponsored by LootBryonSmith.com. So you're on one of those. But anyway, that poetry came 3:30 in the morning, 3:33 in the morning in my sister's basement. And I got up and went to the bathroom and wrote it with the laptop. Now it's on t-shirts. You can buy on Amazon. Now it's something I didn't see all of this. Like, I didn't know I would have this platform with that above my head. See, if we stop kicking and screaming, we got to kick and scream. It's in the human nature. It's in the human mind. And then we have to come to, and that's what your music is about, back to our source and say, okay, none of this is happening to me. Everything is passing. Oh my God. Everything is passing. I'm still here no matter what. I was 12, I was 18, I was 21, but those bodies are gone. Those experiences are gone, but I am.
Absolutely.
It's first.
Absolutely. Allow me to elaborate on that. And I totally resonate with what you just said. I am it, I exist. Oftentimes we attach our identity to circumstances and accomplishments, and that's not who we are. Not saying that accomplishments, goals, or anything like that, there's nothing wrong with that, because as we're experiencing this human experience in these shells, these bodies that our spirit is in, then that's what we do. We experience different things, but that's not your true identity. Whether you're in the gym chiseling your body to perfection, or what you believe is perfection, or you have this promotion or this amount of money, that's not your true identity. And a lot of people, including me, have believed that whatever they're doing or whatever accomplishments that they are involved in, that's their identity. And that's not the true spiritual identity. Just the fact that you exist, and that to know that the power, and you're part of the universe, that's just you being here and being aware is where the true your true nature and power is. And we have been programmed, because, and the reason why I use the word program is because wherever you've grown up, in whatever culture, you could be grown up, you could grow up in a far off, land in the mountain regions, isolated. Your consciousness and your identity is going to be far different than someone that has grown up in the United States in the Western culture. And you're not going to identify with job titles and wealth and cars and houses. If you're born there, it's going to be something else. It might be the colors that you're painting on your face, or the tattoos, or the scars that you put on yourself. So all that is physical and man, quote unquote, man-made. So that's all things that we impose upon ourselves as far as identifying with. So I exist. That's a very powerful statement. And it doesn't go really further much beyond that. I am, and I exist.
And that's right here and right now.
Right now.
It's none of the beliefs. It's none of the labels. I am is before anything we attach to it. That's who we truly are. Right here, right now, it's not believing anything. It's not approving or disapproving anything. I am, I exist is just is.
Just is. Absolutely.
That's why I point people to meditation, because meditation, and you do too, meditation, and you've done a lot of work with I am on it. What is it that you, what inspired? That's one of the questions coming to me. People are having this mind where the ego operates from thinks it's dying. It knows its days are numbered. It knows it's not real. It knows. That's why it pulls for things to be a self. Let me get my degree. I could be a better self. Let me get more money so I can be a better self. It knows it's none of these ideas. But it keeps reaching for it, and it fools itself.
And it's evading. It's evasive, because when you get these things, then you're reaching for something else.
You're really reaching for something else.
Not saying that none of that is good, because the sense of accomplishment is very fulfilling, to the physical self. It is a sense of accomplishment while we're here on this physical plane. A sense of accomplishment. It's like you said, human nature. But we have to be able to distinguish the true self.
Mm-hmm.
And when I created that song, I created a song entitled I Am. And basically what I was saying is, whatever you attach to that I am, that's what is. So if you say that I am healthy, I am this, then that's what it is. If you just say I am, then that's what it is. And if your mind is constantly thinking, I am a CEO of this, then that's what it is. If that's what you want to, whatever you want to place your identity and connect your identity with, that's what it is. But if you want to erase all that and just get to the point where you're just fulfilled and happy and content with just being I am, is what I feel that we're all reaching for, because everybody's reaching for some type of fulfillment and happiness, and oftentimes they're reaching for it in circumstances, in titles, in finances, in monetary, and things like that. But it all comes back to just being I am, period. That's it, without anything.
I don't see any question. If anyone has questions. Hey, did you share this on your wall? Oh, you need to share it on your wall. I think I tagged you. Yeah, because I want some questions from people, from the audience, and I don't see any questions, but I want them to throw out some. I think we are in a shift of it's beyond surreal to me.
Yes.
Creators are realizing they've always been creating, but now they're doing it on purpose, but there's no effort there. You have to have this by direct experience. And all I'm asking people to do is to try it. Try letting go, like Loot says. Try leaning towards your greater self. What do you like doing? What is it that you like? What excites you?
And I learned this. I listened to Jay-Z once said, and it totally resonated with me. He said everybody has a genius level talent. And then you got some people that when they hear that statement, they're like, no, we do.
Oh yeah.
Everybody does, because we're all part of the universe. So why, and we're all equal in that aspect. So why would one person have this talent and the other person doesn't? It's just that you have to shed all those layers of doubt and self-imposed doubt and just things that are just deterring you from realizing that fact. And you cannot base your talent on what you see happening with other people. Just like I share my music, and it's inspiring to me to just, like you said, point to other people, point people to their higher self, or point people to, inspiration, motivation. But I'm not looking at myself and comparing myself to an artist that I see mainstream that has acquired millions or billions of dollars and say, well, my talent isn't good, or I don't do it. I'm me. I am. So when you're able to do that, then outside circumstances and other people's circumstances don't affect that. You're just doing what you know that you're meant to do, and what inspires you, what inspires your spirit to do. And you know that no matter what you're doing, you're a conduit. You're a conduit. Like the universe is just filtering through you. God is working through you no matter what. And as long as you're doing that, then everything is happening exactly and unfolding exactly the way it should. It's only our self-imposed thoughts and mind that think, okay, well, I'm doing this, but I don't see the millions of followers. I don't see the big dollars rolling in. Well, I can't explain that, but do what's true to yourself. And that's all you can do. And embrace your path.
See, people think, oh, and I went to your page to try to tag you, but I can't. But it's not on the page. Just share it, or just approve the tag and it'll pop up. But I want your followers to ask questions too.
Yes,
but
give me one just quick second. I don't want to get off this camera, but I'm going to open up my computer over here as you're talking. And
you know what? I'll play that. I'll play a little break.
Yes, give us a little break, and then that way I can go. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna play your music.
Yes,
it's just 1 minute though. It's only 1 minute. All right, bye.
Let's get it going.
Okay.
I love who I am, a person that teaches like a university, growing through my own while I help you face adversity, finding out what works for me. As I do, I share with you, changing your perceptions. Now everything works for you. Can I motivate you? Can I show you what I'm learning? Can I share with you my thoughts? As far as life is concerning.
I'm a bad host. I should have said we'll be right back. We'll be right back.
I love who I am, a person that teaches like a university, growing through my own while I help you face adversity, finding out what works for me. As I do, I share with you, changing your perceptions. Now everything works for you. Can I motivate you? Can I show you what I'm learning? Can I share with you my thoughts? As far as life is concerning. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I could never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I could never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. All I want to do is motivate you. Help you stay focused so you can see your way through. Closer to your goals as everything unfolds. And you will find success in the visions that you hold.
We good?
Yes, that's good. I at least I have
Oh, you have your other window open?
Screen. So we're here. So let's just keep going.
Hey, and remember, we're live. It's not a network yet anyway. Maybe. You know what? I said, I had some friends on here one night and I said, oh my God, this was so fun. They have Master Fitness, Chan, Carrie. I said, oh, this was so fun. And although they were friends, it was still, they're doing big things and all of that. And I said, oh, it'd be so fun. What if I just got paid to do this? And she said, you're going to get paid to do this. So just imagine the universe lured me into this and something happens like that.
Absolutely.
How there is no way I could have known it, put it together. You hear my train in the background?
Yeah. I've always liked that sound. That sound, not to get off topic, but that sound has always been therapeutic for me to hear a train in the background.
It's relaxing.
I think when I was a kid, we must have lived near a train, so that it's nostalgia.
And now I've trained my mind over the last 2 years using a train in meditation. I literally can meditate to the train and hear music in it. Music coming, it makes its own music. If those that's listening to a train really stop and just listen to it over and over like I have, you can hear the music in the train, the rails, the engine, everything moving, the wind, it makes music. Whew. So I use it as meditation.
Yes, like I said, it's therapeutic. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
It is, so yeah.
But you know what?
Luke,
I went to Loot Bryon Smith at, I'm on your.
Yeah, you're on my page now.
Oh, yep. I see you.
I shared you.
Well, let's have fun now. Because I got it on all, I don't know how many of mine, but it is New Year's Eve and, people are out probably doing stuff, but they're going to get this later, no matter what.
No matter what.
And guess what? Also, let me say this. Your music, the same thing. Your videos, same thing. The programs like this, same thing, is forever in the world.
Yes.
That makes me go to bed at night like, if I die, if I didn't wake up, I'm in the world forever. As that message, as best as I knew it. We have to remember that too, with spiritual teachers and people like you and I. As best as we know, this
current
is
level of consciousness.
The level of consciousness.
Current level of consciousness. That's what I like to say, that I share with people from my current level of consciousness. And that's all you can do. So, I mean, what really is right and what really is wrong, other than perspectives? You have to share as you if you open yourself, and that's the key right there, is opening and not closing yourself, not just getting a certain level of knowledge and then closing off everything to come to you. Not saying you have to accept everything, but at least ponder it and at least do research and at least look into it.
I'm telling people, this is along the lines of what a pandemic, the disease itself, or the virus itself, is not doing the damage. It's nature, and it's doing its thing. Our response to anything determines reality. Our reality.
Absolutely.
How we respond to X, Y, and Z, whatever the case is that people have in their own minds, and is what's going to happen next. So, although we don't know what's going to happen next, we're going to play a role in it. We're going to lean in a direction somewhere. So I think what I'm trying to get people to do is know that you don't know life. You're not your thoughts. You don't know enough about life to worry about it. How can you worry about life? You can't certify your own next breath. It's God. It's the universe. It's life. Something's doing us. We're not doing anything. Try not doing something. You're going to continue to breathe effortlessly. You're going to continue to see, if your eyes are open, effortlessly. You're hearing effortlessly. You're not trying to taste if food is in there effortlessly. Life is serving us a silver platter, but we want to know how, but how, boo, how. So then that's what tears us up. So, and it doesn't tear us up. It's only an illusion, really, because nothing that has come into our life stayed.
No, it's a constant flow.
It's a constant flow. Oh, but we want to hang on to yesterday and worry about it and what you should have said in response.
Mm-hmm. That's because we have been programmed to attach ourselves to things, to passing things, to passing, like you said, passing circumstances, and attach ourselves to that. And that's why even like in music, and I'm going to use that reference because I'm a music artist, but that's why certain songs bring back certain memories of nostalgia, because you, at that point, maybe you heard the song when something that you perceived as good was happening. So when you hear that song, or you were a certain age that you're no longer, and so you've attached that song and connected it with that series of events, and therefore it gives you that, you've allowed it to give you that certain feeling when nothing has changed. It's still the same song, it's still this, you're still the same person, and aging, and what we perceive as aging is a beautiful thing. It's a collecting of experiences and growth, and we have to learn to embrace it, and not look at it as a bad thing because we see the gray hairs coming in. It's because like I said, it's all fault, because in certain cultures, and if you read historical books, the older a person was, the more admired that person was, and the more looked up to that person was, because of the experiences that they've had, and the knowledge they were able to give, and just them going through all the adversities in life and still being here. That was enough right there, because we all know that the longer you live, the more things that you experience the passing of friends, death, in different ways. You experienced what we perceive as turmoil, and just all kinds of adversities, and to be able to still be here throughout all those things. That's something to be admired, to still keep moving and growing and being here. So
I put Becca's comment.
Oh yes. Wonderful.
A conduit, a channel, a flow. All of this is a wonderful reminder that we can relax and give the I am the freedom to move.
Absolutely.
Us and through us. I think that's what that is.
That's absolutely amazing. Well orchestrated. Thank you, Becca.
I had Becca on here as a guest as well before. So I was going to say earlier that creators are, as an example, let's say there was a secretary that did their job wonderfully, excellent, loved it, but it wasn't that niche that she or he just lived and breathed for, but they stayed there. Pandemic comes in, the society, and now there's restrictions and jobs closing, and now the secretary that's been there 15 years now, who thought she would do 30, is out of a job. A job that would have been available for her is just a hypothetical. A job which a lot of people may kind of have been telling a story like this, but they can tell a different story about it. But I'll finish this one as a hypothetical. So the job that she would have gotten, that someone would have hired her for losing her other one, isn't there. Offering it is kind of the story people are having in their telling. So now that person is home now, and that aloneness, no matter how many people around you, that aloneness with your own mind, because it's going to start there first. Because you're thinking, not you, but that wake up, you know how it is to wake up. At first, you're thinking you're your mind first. You think you're your thoughts and your name and your accomplishments and all. So now, and your job of 15 years added to who you thought you were. So now that's gone. Now everything around that, financially, security-wise, insurance and all of that, all these are thoughts around there pulling away at who you thought you were. But who we truly are is none of it. Good, bad, indifferent. But yet it is being all of it. It's still. And it's all is really well with our soul. Please just take over.
No, I'm enjoying listening to you. Yes, and basically, I'll get back to like the music that I'm inspired to create. It's basically along those same lines of what you're sharing, and just letting you know you don't have to hold a certain a title, or certain things have to be going on in your life for you to be fulfilled. That the fulfillment and the happiness is within you. Period. And that's where it begins and ends. Just period. Not based on if you're quote unquote successful in any endeavor in your life or not. You're just an amazing being, no matter what. And we attach, like I said before, we attach. When we wake up, oftentimes the first thing we're thinking is something that what has happened or whatever, and we're attaching ourselves to these emotions and these events and these circumstances and these goals. And like I said, I'm not taking away from any of those, because it's embracing all of those at the same time, but understanding that we don't need any of those to exist. I am. You are you, period. You am, you exist. And that's it. And that's where the fulfillment comes in. So that way, when you really reach that level of thinking, then no matter what goes on, what you have or don't have, you're still content. You're still fulfilled. You're still happy. You just because you are. It's not based on a destination that you've reached or trying to reach, as dictating or determining your joy or your happiness or your fulfillment or your sense of worth. And that right there is complex but simple at the same time. And that's why I know, like I said, it's no surprise that I'm connecting with you, Hakim, and that it's going, and we're not saying that we have to necessarily, and there could be times that you connect with somebody that you don't necessarily flow and agree with as smoothly as what's happening here. But this connection here is what I'm trying to put it as simply as I can is, like I said, it's not a coincidence. It's energy that has drawn, it's attraction along the same flow lines. Now he has his own path, I have my own path, but at the same time, you see how this flow is happening and we're allowing it, and who are we to fight against it? And I could have spent time in this interview talking about how, and me even saying this is telling you about how long that we intended to connect, and the what we faced, and it just wasn't the right time. But there's no reason to do that, because I even knew that during those times that everything's going to unfold at the right time. So it wasn't any sense of discouragement at all.
And here I go again, quoting or halfway quoting Steve Jobs. But he said, or I don't know if he often said it, but I heard him say it. You cannot connect the dots in the future. You can only connect the dots in reverse.
Absolutely.
And see how things unfolded. Now, right now, and this is so true, we're not doing the life. We are the life. But we're not doing, we're being done. So what he was saying was, well, to finish the quote, you can only connect the dots in reverse. So you must just trust life that the dots in the future will continue to connect.
And
That is that simple. Now, when I say simple, it is the truth. It's nothing you can do that can make that better than life unfolding is who we are. And the suffering is only the story we're telling ourselves in our head. But whatever life is continuing. We can be here with it. Now, this is what I got earlier before this show. And I said it out loud, actually, when I was making sure the bed was made. I said, obviously, the universe created this show, trusted me with it. So I'm going to be here with it. I said it out loud. I'm going to do it. I'm going to handle it. I'm going to do it. But it wasn't like a doing. I'm going to be here with it. Now, since I can connect the dots in reverse from 2 years ago to this moment, that's what knowledge is. It's really, that's what science is to know. They're only connecting the dots in reverse, explaining and predicting, but only based on what has happened, not what they can project. Well, they're only projecting, but they predict. Can't fully predict anything. But that's what we're doing. So since I know that this whole platform started in how it unfolded in reverse, why would I worry about anything else about it? Just show up and do it and be there with it.
Absolutely.
But it's the conditioning of our habits of thinking. That's all it is. God doesn't have to do anything else. God's doing us already. No. You got me going. They want to hear you.
No, that's it. I have nothing further to add to that. That's it right there. That's it in itself. What we just both expressed and explained. That's it right there. So
guess what?
Yes.
In 30 seconds, I think, is going to be 1 hour and 11 minutes that we were on.
Wow.
You take the last whatever minutes. Let's do a, oh my God. We started at 111 here to do 111. Go. All yours.
Basically, like Hakim said, I'm a self-empowerment music artist, and the music that I'm inspired to create is mostly, for the most part, hip hop based, but I do um, create pop music and house music, and nonetheless, the lyrics are intended to help you feel empowered and positive and liberated. And I want to thank my friend Lawrence McNair for helping me come up with that, because that entitles that says about my music right there. That packages it right there. And give it a chance. Even if it might be a genre that you're not very fond with. Listen to the music. Listen to the lyrics. And as I go through things in life, and as I learn, and as I evolve and make myself aware and read books, I pour that knowledge and the inspiration of the universe. Like I said, I'm a conduit. I feel like I'm a conduit. A lot of the things I write, I don't even know how they come. Well, I do know how they come, but they just come. And I believe my purpose is just to share, like Hakim said, from my current level of consciousness with you, to point us in a direction of our higher selves. And
Oh,
that's it.
I bless you for coming here, and
Thank
may
you.
peace and blessings continue, and your days be filled with joy.
Yes, sir. And I want to talk to you even outside of this platform, man. We have to talk after, even just see, we've never talked before outside of this people.
I
And
know.
this lets me know I need to have some conversations with this man.
Mm.
we have to talk and get a little bit more acquainted.
You know what I'm doing here? So life unfolded. That takes a long story making it short. Life unfolded, and my mom transitioned in May, this past May.
Oh wow.
She was 66, so that was young, and it was unexpected, and it was sudden. Totally different. You have you. I don't
Yeah.
want to even go into. You have moments and stuff, but
Yes.
definitely it catapulted me into a different realm spiritually after
Absolutely.
that. Oh gosh, anything like that will do that. And long story short, I ended up uh, living in the countryside of Georgia. I found a 2.5 bedroom cottage built late 1800s or very early 1900s, 120 years old. And like I said, I would have been doing guided meditations, group guided meditations in person and speaking engagements and stuff like that. I would have been doing that. However, with the COVID restrictions and stuff, it brought that to a halt. And so I'm here, and I just started doing Facebook Lives. It was, and I started on the floor down there, and I was just inspired to just ask a couple of friends to come on and chat with me, whatever. I called it Hakim's Front Room Chat 10 minutes before, I think, the first program. And the only reason I called it Front Room Chat was because it was the only room I was done with, basically. And it's not fully done. And it was in the front because it's only 2 bedroom cottage. And but it started evolving. So now, okay, so along those lines, I was inspired to turn where I live into a um, spiritual retreat
Oh wow.
where I live, and that's what I'm doing. And that's why, and I'm turning this into my like headquarters where I will, I have YouTube videos. I do Q&A. I still configure my, front room chat, of course, but guided meditations, I'm doing teaching videos. Everywhere in the home, somewhere is going to be a little studio, sort of. So I'm turning that into that. But I'm going to have guided meditations outside. Because in Georgia, there's a little house.
You got to get
lands out
there. You got to get Loot Bryon Smith out there to perform some of his music and infuse his talents and gifts into what you're doing.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. So that's what my donate buttons and all that down there is about, because this is just my creation that I want to give to the world, where they can tune in. We can hold guided meditations outside, blah, 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 and all of that. So, but the place needed a lot of work. So I'm going to have my meditation hut almost done outside. I got a little meditation hut. It's so serene here. But yes. So those of you that are watching Hakim.guru or the Hakim's Front Room Chat, and you've watched today, consider donating. You can see what I'm doing. You know what I'm about. And so it'll be wisely used and appreciated. So I appreciate you guys for that. Luke, this has been such a joy. So you got to come right back, like, I don't know, tomorrow.
Let's do it.
But
look, I'm here as a tool for you, man. So you let me know, and we'll make it happen, even if we make this a regular thing. So I'm ready.
And believe it or not, I've had some great people like you on here that all I did is call and ask them or text them, and nobody's traveling really right now. Anyway, so it just was perfect, and people have said yes. And to get people like you on here, and the people I've had on here in a building, oh my God, you don't have to leave your house, and we could do it. And so it's just been amazing. And so I sure appreciate it. All right, so God bless you guys. Loot, thank you. And you guys can see Loot's little name badge. I made his @Loot Bryon Smith. It's also .com, his website, and all of that. I'll have all those links up there when we're done. Thank you. Hey, maybe tomorrow though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's talk.
All right. God bless you. Thank you guys for watching. Peace and blessings.
Peace.
I love who I am, a person that teaches like a university, growing through my own while I help you face adversity, finding out what works for me. As I do, I share with you, changing your perceptions. Now everything works for you. Can I motivate you? Can I show you what I'm learning? Can I share with you my thoughts? As far as life is concerning, we are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you.
All I want to do is motivate you, help you stay focused so you can see your way through, closer to your goals as everything unfolds, and you will find success in the visions that you hold.